Hi, Mike Kuipers von Lunda, real estate salesperson for Harcourts in Mount Maunganui. Welcome to another video of kayaking around Tauranga. Today we're going to paddle from Te Puna. Te Puna is a seaside community about 10 minutes north of Tauranga on the western shore of Tauranga Harbour. Like many areas along this edge of the harbour, it features an inlet and river estuary. This extends back several kilometres from the harbour into the foothills of the Kaimai Ranges. Paddling from Te Puna needs to be done in a 3 to 4 hour window around high tide, 1 to 2 hours before through to 1 to 2 hours after. The estuary and areas around Te Puna dry out to narrow channels in the lower half of the tide, leaving vast sand and mudflats. A trick to getting your schedule right if you're using tide charts is that high tide in these upper areas of the harbour occurs around an hour later than the published tide time for Tauranga itself. There are 3 different trips of around 1 to 2 hours each that we like to do from Te Puna. This one is the easiest and perhaps the best trip of all in the harbour to do if you have inexperienced or young paddlers with you. We leave from the mouth of the estuary and paddle into the harbour and around some bays adjacent to the area. It's mostly quite sheltered, there's lots of interesting places to explore, and you're never far from the shore and the launch site to return if members of the party get tired, have had enough, or get into any kind of difficulty. We're launching into the estuary at the back of Waitui Reserve at the end of Snodgrass and Wallace Roads. There's good parking here for vehicles, including those with trailers. My whole family is here today, Jenny and our children Jordan and Melissa. According to Melissa, a kayak trip just isn't worth doing if you can't ram your father's kayak at least once. My real estate partner from Tauranga, Paula Langridge, and her son Scott have joined us too. I look after clients in the mountain Papamoa, and Paula takes care of those on the Tauranga side of the harbour. I'm with Jordan in one of our doubles, and the others are swapping around on the rest of the boats as we go. We have 2 double and 2 single kayaks, which provides lots of options for paddling, depending on numbers, trip lengths and conditions, and allows us to take friends along too. A short way along the Te Puna waterfront is this pretty little inlet running in towards Wallace Road. At the top of the tide, these lucky people have direct access from their properties to the harbour. This bay of the estuary extends about 1.5 kilometres inland from the harbour. More energetic members of the party can paddle down to the end and back, while slower paddlers can go part way or just cross the entrance and not get left behind. Fallen trees always add a bit of interest for kids and kids at heart.